There's been a lot of talk tonight about the football program and Kenny Hinckley being signed up today, which was fantastic, and it's great to have. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on that. Kenny's going to be up a little bit later with Gary Hocking. What I wanted to talk about was our off-field partnerships. Now, season launches traditionally bring together a vast array of people who love Port Adelaide and are there to support us through every venture that we get involved with. And we, again, traditionally just get up and name a few people and move on. What I wanted to do tonight was actually just give you a few examples about how it works for us. We really do try to do it a little bit differently, and we hope that you're feeling that when you're interacting with us. Our off-field relationships, our partnerships, are underpinned by three things: knowledge of each other, care and trust. And when you've got that, you've got an opportunity to work together on things that are important. Now, last year, there were a whole range of things that happened as part of our program that just couldn't have happened without you guys. Think back to the Richmond final. ISC, who are our apparel partner, turned over those Guernseys in 3 days. They went to VG and got them built from scratch and transported back to enable us to play in a heritage Guernsey. It's incredible. Energy Australia, on top of their partnership with us, their major partnership, this year are funding our Aboriginal Academy, which is going to enable us to send the whole team to Alice Springs to communicate with remote communities along the way. We've got Santos and their commitment to our Aboriginal education programs, along with Mike Fordham from the Prime Minister's Office. It's enabled us to take those programs from Metro Adelaide into the APY lands and to Maralinga and into the Barclay region. It's life-changing stuff for these students. We've got our Chairman's Club members are here tonight. They are actively involved in raising money for a museum that we want to put to capture the heritage of our club. We've got our magnificent Italian club supporters who are raising money to refit our facilities, our change rooms. We've got our mates at UniSA who are building with us postgrad sports science education programs so that we can become a hub of sporting management excellence. It's going to be a business model for us for years to come. We've got our volunteer Asian Advisory Board in China who are setting us up with contact after contact to give us a foothold in the South China region. You'll hear a lot more about that, getting traction. We've got our friends from the South Australian government here. We've got Stephen Mulligan and Susan Close and John Rao and Tom Kutsantonis. Think about their contribution to the Port Adelaide Football Club. Without them, no Adelaide Oval. They funded the whole lot and have ensured that that transition is smooth. So we couldn't have done that without them. Last year, we built a house with Victor Said and the Rivercombe Homes Group and Lang Walker and a lot of other partners for our great mates at Food Bank. Last week, Food Bank went out and said they're short of Vegemite. This in our first home game against Sydney, we're going to be doing a Vegemite run. We're going to do a world record. We're going to get more Vegemite collected than any company has ever got before. These things don't happen unless you're engaged with each other. And I would like to think that that's what we've got going on as a group. And I'm saying to you now, if ever we're not acting like that, I want you to whack us. Give me a call and tell me, because we know that if we can get into that space, great things can happen. Now, I want to introduce you to a fella now, Chris Hartley, who's the president of the Childhood Cancer Association. Now, when you talk about important partnerships and meaningful work, what they are doing makes what we're doing seem completely insignificant. Now, this year, the Port Adelaide Football Club is going to put its arm around the Childhood Cancer Association and try and help them raise awareness and funds for the important work that they're doing. And we're going to be coming to you later in the year for your support. And there's 1,000 things that we can do here, but these guys are largely unfunded by the government and they do incredible work. So rather than me going on about it, I want to get Chris up here so that he can talk to you about how it works. So that's the last you're going to hear of me. I'm out now. Thank you very much for your support, and please welcome Chris Hartley. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, honoured guests, it's a fantastic opportunity to talk to you tonight, and we're very grateful to Keith and the entire Port Adelaide Football Club for the opportunity. I want to start by thanking Travis Boak. We all know that Travis Boak is an inspirational footballer and a fantastic captain of our club. But Travis Boak's been an ambassador for the Childhood Cancer Association for 4 years, and in those 4 years he's visited the hospital every fortnight to spend time with children suffering with cancer and their families. Every 2 weeks he goes into the ward, spends time, engages with the children and the families, and really brightens their day. He's been incredibly generous with his time, compassionate and supportive. He spends time with our family support groups, he helps us with our fundraising, and he takes every opportunity to raise our profile in the community. Last week when I was in the hospital, one of the nurses there told me that when he walks into the ward, the whole place lights up. The children's faces light up, and really beautifully she told me that when Travis engages with the kids, that Travis lights up. And I think that's really a beautiful statement about the person that he is and what a fantastic leader he is within our community. We are very grateful to have him as one of our ambassadors. In 2014, 63 children in South Australia were diagnosed with cancer. 7 children relapsed and 9 children tragically lost their life. For every one of those children, it's a terrifying diagnosis. For every parent, for every grandparent, uncle, aunt, sibling, family friend, it's a terrible diagnosis. In 2007, my son, who was then almost 6 months old, was diagnosed with a brain tumour. Nothing prepared me to hear that news. Nothing prepared me to have to phone my wife and ask her to meet me in the hospital where we'd talk to the surgeon about what they could do to try and save his life. Nothing prepared me to tell my son's mother that her son had a brain tumour. Later on that night, I was sitting by the hospital cot looking at Thomas and trying to think what I could do to fix the problem, when a really lovely senior nurse put her arm around me and said, "Chris, go home, get a good night's sleep, look after yourself, look after your wife. This isn't a sprint, it's a marathon." And I often think about her because she did a great job caring for my son, but also because she was right. When your child's diagnosed with cancer, it's not a sprint, but it's not a marathon, it's an ultra marathon. For my little boy Thomas, that meant 70 weeks of consecutive chemotherapy, 3 surgeries, a week in paediatric intensive care, 40 MRIs and about 35 general anaesthetics. In January last year, I was doing a speech like this one and I was thinking to myself, he's 7 now and I think we've dodged it. I think he's got away with it. I think we've dodged the bullet. In April last year, we were given the devastating news that his cancer has returned and he's relapsed and that the brain tumour's back. Since then, he's had 49 weekly chemotherapy treatments, 2 more surgeries, a handful of MRIs, and hundreds of hospital visits. If your child's diagnosed with cancer, it's an ultra marathon. Now, I don't plan on running an ultra marathon, but if you do, my advice to you would be to get the best support crew you can find. In South Australia, for our clients, we are the best support crew they can find. We'll hold their hand and we'll walk with them every step of the way through that horrific journey. Now, you don't need me to tell you that it's an incredibly difficult economy at the moment, and it's very hard for every charity to fundraise. We're very, very delighted that the Port Adelaide Football Club has chosen, as Keith said, to put their arm around us and walk with us on the journey over the next 12, 18 months. So far, we've found 5 corporate sponsors who are going to partner with us and with Port Adelaide to help us support children with cancer. Those partners are Jet Couriers, Barton's Chartered Accountants and Wealth Advisors, Veolia, Caledonia Scaffolding and Electric Results. We're looking for 6 or 7 more, and I'm really hopeful that some of them are in the audience tonight. We'll be here for a while. If you'd like to come and talk to us about partnering with us and Port Adelaide, we'd love to talk to you. If there's some other way you think you can support us, we'd love to help you. We'd love to talk to you. But for now, I'd like to say thank you to Keith and the entire Port Adelaide football community for their support. I hope that 2015 is a fantastic year for the Port Adelaide Footy Club, a fantastic year for the Childhood Cancer Association, and a really great year for my family.